fine.
All right.
I'm just gonna go full of Molly. It's fine. You tasted lovely.
And now, before we draw that donation drive,
Yeah, let's get
in
this,
5 minutes,
get this dramatic reading.
The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. Edited for Desert Bus by Lord Hosk, with additional artwork by Eloman Shah and Psycat Aurora. In the light of the moon base, a little egg lay on a desert road. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop! Out of the internet came a tiny and very hungry desert bus. Bus started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 objects from space, but was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but he was still hungry.
Those poor turtles.
On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. On Saturday, he ate through 1 slice of jalapeno, 1 block of soy cheese, 1 buttered snail, 1 octopus, 1 jar of Marmite, 1 strawberry that fell on the floor, 1 Ravnica sheet, 1 club soda, 1 N7 jacket, then a second N7 jacket because Steve and Catherine are amazing. That night, he had a stomachache. The next day was Sunday again. The desert bus ate through 1 nice craft-along item, and after he felt much better. Now, Bus wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little desert bus anymore either. He was a big, fat charity marathon. So he built a small house called Moonbase around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks, then he nibbled a hole in the moonbase and pushed his way out, and he was a beautiful busserfly. Ooh. The end.
I've read worse children's books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they often end in kind of groaner puns like that?
I've learned a bunch
They
of
can.
I've learned a bunch of interesting trivia about Goodnight Moon.
Go on.
Okay. There are, without looking it up.
Oh, let me put that back.
Oh, sure. Without looking it up, because for those who don't know, the structure of Goodnight Moon is it describes this room in great detail, and then the second half of the book is saying goodnight to all the individual things in the room. What 6 things are wished goodnight that are not mentioned in the setup? Anyone familiar enough with Goodnight Moon to take a stab at it?
I mean, I might be able to do it, but I read it a lot. So.
A Krebs cycle.
Okay, so I'm fairly certain that the porridge and the spoon are mentioned in both the setup and
Mush,
the good nights.
actually.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
the
There's no
mush.
actual. It doesn't call out the spoon specifically on either end.
I thought the spoon was rhymed with moon.
No.
I know kittens and mittens are both wished.
Yep.
They both bid good night.
So Reeser brings up a good point. The moon is one of them. Because it doesn't mention the moon. It just says goodnight moon later. Yeah.
I call shenanigans on this plot structure.
There you go.
There's
What
one
else?
problem
The
with
cow? Nobody?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody is one of them. The cow is mentioned.
The little lady whispering hush, is she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mentioned.
In the Great Green Room.
Yeah. So it's the moon. Nobody. Stars. The stars in the air.
Yeah.
And
None of these things are in the room.
Noises everywhere.
yeah, noises everywhere, and the light. It mentioned
Okay,
it.
Goodnight Light.
Goodnight light and the red balloon, but the light is not mentioned in the description in the setup at the beginning. Also, my favorite thing is it's in the Great Green Room. There's a telephone and a red balloon
And a picture of.
and a picture of the cow jumping over the moon and 3 little bears sitting in chairs. In the painting of 3 little bears sitting in chairs, they in their room also have the same painting of the cow jumping over the moon.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's deep, man. It's deep.
Blom.
Also, on the bedside table in the Great Green Room is a copy of The Runaway Bunny, which is by the same author and illustrator.
Oh, that's a darling
That's
story. I love love
That's
that
cute.
story.
Yeah. The sequel has a tighter plot structure.
Do you guys have children's books? I don't know why this suddenly started happening to me at a certain age, but like now when I read Goodnight Moon, I tear up and it actually drives me crazy. So you guys have books to do that to you?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad it's not just me.
Okay. Yeah.
We've been reading Goodnight Moon to Penelope every night.
I don't know that I would survive another reading of the
So-
Velveteen Rabbit.
So Joe will tell me that this is the truth, or she'll back me up on this. When I was a kid, I was horribly traumatized by the Velveteen Rabbit because, of course, the Velveteen Rabbit is thrown in the fire.
It is sort of a creepy story, yeah.
And we were
Spoilers.
given a copy of the I'm given a copy
You got time.
of that book by Graham's parents, and they're like, "You can read this to Penelope." And I was like, "No!" And just thinking about how upset I was that the rabbit got burned up in the end as a child, I like felt a tear coming down my face because like I read it when I was like 6, and it scared the bejesus out of me.
Wow.
Also,
So, no, we're not reading. Her
also,
that book.
if you look at the art in Goodnight Moon, which I quite like, that room is in space.
we're like on the 30th floor.
Okay.
Like out the window, there's no. This is more of like a critique of like the art, obviously not intending it this way.
No, this is deep canon
But-
Goodnight Moon stuff.
There's nothing out the window. There's only stars out the window. You'd be able to see like something.
Yeah.
Like you'd be able to see a horizon, but no, it's just stars and then the moon rises.
My head canon is they're like in a condominium.
There is so. Oh, sorry, Ben.
Oh, I was just the children's books thing made me think of the two that I can remember from growing up, and one of them is very my family, which is to say, it was local to Louisiana, and it was a I can't remember the title, but it was a very Cajun, cheaply done knockoff of Star Wars.
What?
Yeah.
I want to see this.
It seems like
It's-
something you would like, Mom.
It's amazing and ridiculous and terrible, and like if I remember right, the like Luke Skywalker character is basically a crawfish.
Chet,
And,
Chet, you gotta please.
It's ridiculous. But the other one is seriously my favorite children's book ever, because how did it get made as a children's book? It is the Odyssey, and they do not. They like, and it's just, I think it's just called like the Adventures of Ulysses or that kind of thing. But it is like, they don't mince words. Like when it comes to the Cyclops, like it's all this like cartoonish drawing, and it is them like sharpening this giant
bust him right in the
piece of
eye?
wood,
Oh,
to
wow.
like stab his eye, and then like with the Hydra, it's got like these faces, and it's smiling, and it's got like dudes' limbs sticking out of its mouth, like just.
This is
Amazing.
like the old school fairy tales that were meant to scare
Yeah.
children, not
Yeah, pretty much. But it was not. But it's not that old. It probably was something that was
Oh.
written in like the 70s or maybe 80s.
Hey, engineering. I'm sure that Matt. I'm sure
Engineering's
that.
that way.
I know. I'm sure that you're about to draw something. Why? I'm just curious. Why did the shift time format change?
They will tell us. Kathleen, I did want to say
Because people thought it was the time of day.
What?
People thought it was the current time.
Oh, interesting. All right. That, by the way, whatever you just said did not come out of the speakers up here. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Just passing that.
Sorry,
out.
Tally,
Hi.
before you carry
Well,
on,
yes.
we have some urgent business to attend to.
Yes.
So I need to break in this conversation in order to fit
Yes,
it in.
draw that drive.
Let us draw the donation drive, which ended at 5:30. So if you're still donating $10.10, you're too late. Here we go.
Hey! That's a great name.
Ow.
I think I've seen him win 2 things this year.
Right.
The
So-
power of randomness.
Some people are like, why would someone have thought that? Because it says local time right at the top. People, okay, on Twitch, you can be playing a game and put into the Twitch backend that you are playing that game, and put that as the title of your stream.
And
So
you
that when
can put it in
so that
your
when someone
overlay.
and so when someone comes to your channel, they can see it in the title of your stream, and so and so is playing this game, and have a lower third that says that game, and people will still
Yes.
come into you and say in chat, "What game is this?"
Okay.
People don't pay
Chat
attention.
Dark Gator?
Yeah.
Dark Gator
Swamp
Nice.
Wars.
Swamp Wars.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
What is that
Nice.
other word?
Oh, I don't know. This is actually, I think that's a sequel. I recognize the character. It's definitely Swamp Wars. But
Nice.
yeah, apparently they wrote more than one.
You are aware that Kate Beaton has written children's books, right?
Yes.
And they're
Oh,
fantastic.
Penelope is a little
Okay.
too young for them because
Yep.
she's more into the board book because she likes to turn the pages. She wants to she wants to turn the pages as we read.
And like taste them.
Oh, she's been but
Taste
she's
is
been
not-
turning pages for a while.
Nice.
She
And-
learned that when she was about 6 months
But
old.
you can't
She
do it
made
with-
the book
When
go
she gets a
faster.
little
Paper.
older, I also highly recommend Harold and the Purple Crayon. One of my favorite books ever. And did you see that Chris Hadfield he wrote a children's book and had it illustrated recently? And I love that he's not credited as the author. It just says on the title, or on the cover for his title, there's like so-and-so the illustrator and Chris Hadfield, astronaut.
I mean, if I
It's
was
a
an
very cute
astronaut-
book. You guys should go check it out. It's lovely.
If I was an astronaut, I'd want to be credited as astronaut all the time.
Yes.
Sorry, Matt.